isn't very... Shut up and take my money!
What's up, everybody? Beastman for Artifact Names here, and today I wanted to tell you the games that stood out to me at the Gamescom 2022 at Jeff Keighley's show. The major game that actually caught my eye was Where Winds Meet. It's a combination of Ghost of Tsushima just by the environments and the combat like Ninja Gaiden. So like it's very fast paced, even though there are slow moments when you're interacting with people, and it has a very cinematic feel to it. Like I saw a extended gameplay trailer like from IGN early this morning, which they've been doing a lot of coverage of, which is good. Like extra extended gameplay trailers, and I just like the whole movement flow system of like where one of the characters, one of the characters you play as, he's like he goes up to the ship and he's just walking on water, like just sprinting over the water, and then he'll just wall run on the boat, and then just automatically just like jump all the way up and climb the top of the sail of the ship, and then just dart around and then just freeze frame and then aims a bow right at some barrels. And that's fucking crazy. But when I watched that IGN show, the developer said that it was PC only at the moment. So I just hope it comes out and I get a chance to play it when I get a PS5 or Xbox Series X. Alright, so that game was fucking awesome. And the next game I wanted to talk about was the Callisto Protocol, which is it looked from the I think from the reveal trailer when they first showed it off, it looked like you were in some type of uh prison, like max out prison or whatever they call it, maximum prison. And but it's in space, and apparently you're like some type of worker in like a, of course, a prisoner jumper outfit, and it gets invaded by all these monsters, and it's created by the people that made Dead Space. And from the gameplay, it really looks like it's from Dead Space because you got the same stomping animation. You got the HUD of like where it's all on your character, where it displays everything on your character. Like he has like some type of collar that lights up, so I think that's your health, your health, your health bar, just like on the original Dead Space games. And your guns, it'll show how much ammo you have through like a little um, holographic symbol or icon. And you have stasis powers, which is from Dead Space, but it looks a little bit different. It doesn't have the blue the blue glowing aura like in the Dead Space games. It's just completely all clear and static, and like when you grab a monster, they'll just start shivering, like just start shaking, like they're frozen in position, but there's a shaking like that, like a fade in effect. I don't know if it'll do it on the camera, like and go like real fast like that, like little fast motion, but they're like stuck, and you can throw them, of course, and there's this big old grinder in the middle, so you just the guy was just throwing the monsters into the grinder. He- I just love blood and guts. And just throw monsters out in the ground, just watch them explode all into gore and blood, whole lot of that shit. And but the one thing that caught my eye was there's actually a stealth mechanic because you can actually crouch and take down enemies, which I think is pretty cool because I do like stealth games like Dishonored and Deus Ex, and sometimes Hitman. So I think that would be pretty cool to try if it's possible to go through to play in a stealth mode, like go through the whole game like completely stealth or at least semi stealth mode. And I see that they brought back dismemberment, where you can shoot the limbs off of monsters. And in the trailer, it showed some type of new enemy. Where, like, if you wait long enough, the enemy will actually evolve into like a bigger form of that mutation, is what they called it. So I thought that was pretty fun, and it's coming out this year, December 2nd. So I'm gonna get hyped to play on that. So in the next game, which is probably the most anticipated for me over all these other games I'm about to talk about, which there's only like two left, and they're smaller. They're smaller titles. They're like indie games, but Lies of P, not like P, like you go to the bathroom P. The P actually stands for Pinocchio, because in the trailer it looked like a steampunk version of Bloodborne, but mixed with Sekiro. Why I say Sekiro is because you have this like mechanical arm. It's like all metal, and you can do like fire and like Tesla abilities and stuff like that. I don't know if you can like uh change it into like a weapon or like a shield, defensive shield, just like he did in Sekiro. But I thought that was pretty cool. And it doesn't look as dark. Like, apparently there's like a daylight system. I don't know if there's like a day and night, but I think it's just it might be on the day. Like certain bosses might be in the night. But yeah, so it's actually a story about Pinocchio, which is pretty weird. So I'm guessing the steampunk version of Pinocchio. So instead of Pinocchio being made of wood, is made of metal. So that's probably why he has that arm. And in the trailer, like near the end, it actually shows Geppetto, and he's like something something like "You're my son" or something like that. And then there's an old lady in a wheelchair, and to me, I was thinking that was either Geppetto's wife, or it might be your fairy godmother, like the one that turns you real, that makes you real. So, Lies of Pinocchio. That was, oh my god, that was just orgasmic almost. Someone in IGN said like they made a Instagram post saying that it has BioShock vibes. Like, I have no idea where they got that from. Like, how do you get steampunk with like trains and like metal arms and like steam going out of everywhere, and everything is run by gears and steam and all these cloud smoke, and you have Bioshock, which is set underwater in an underwater city. So I have no idea where they got Bioshock from. None at all. But Bloodborne mixed with Sekiro, I can deal with. And me and my cousin on my stream, we're talking about what if Bloodborne and Sekiro made a baby, and this would be it right here, because it shows like when you're attacking, there's a stamina system. So whenever you attack, it'll cut out some of your stamina. So, and it's gonna be on Game Pass. So that's gonna be really awesome to play. It's coming out, I think, early next year, and there's not really a release date yet, except that it's next year. Which I think Where Winds Meet is also coming out next year, but still on PC probably. Hopefully not only PC. All right, so the other games, the smaller indie games I was interested in was Friends versus Friends. It's a overtop like cartoon with like all animals and stuff, except they are killing each other. It's a first person shooter, like cell shaded first person shooter like Borderlands, except it's all cartoon animals, and you're using a card system. And the trailer can get like really gory too, because there's like this one like fox or cartoon animal or whatever, and they're like on a subway train, and then there's this bird. He's just running off like, and he's trying to shoot at this other animal, and his head just explodes. So I think that's gonna be like a really fun game to play. Uh, it's going to consoles. It says it in the trailer. It's made by Raw Fury, which they also have the game on Game Pass. Friends versus Friends. I really hope it is as awesome as it looks, and I can't wait to probably maybe play against other players or play a campaign or something. It might be multiplayer only, hence the term Friends versus Friends. So it might be a PvP only game. So, and hopefully there's not a lot of microtransactions or anything in it, just because it's online only, probably because it's PvP. All right, so the last game, which is called Phantom Hellcat, it's a 2.5, which I think it's a Metroidvania because it's a 2.5 action platformer. So I think it's a Metroidvania. But the most interesting thing about it is that it goes from like 2D side scrolling into like 3D 3D real time fighting, which I've never seen that before. But of course, like Metroid Dread, of course, like all the other Metroids and Castlevania stuff like that. It's like all going on like the 2D plane, but once you hit like a combat area, there's like you're like in this theater stage. It's like everything's all purple. This woman is like carrying like a bunch of skulls or something. I don't know. It's like a bunch of masks, and she's like wearing a white mask or something. Hence the term probably a cat mask, or a hellcat. And like all these, it's just so weird but awesome. Like that's what I like about indie games. They like come up with some of the most unique stuff, the most unique style, and some of it get completely overlooked and nobody pays attention to it, except for the big games. And what games has the best 3D, the best graphics and the best story. Well, actually, story does count sometimes, but and gameplay, which actually with indie games, you can get a whole entirely unique, different style of gameplay, and sometimes mixed in gameplay from like other games and other genres and stuff. So, Phantom Hellcat, 2D action Metroidvania, I think, but with 3D action fighting. It's fucking insane. So, let me know what games stood out to you. Are you planning to get any of these? Comment down below what game you're excited about, even if you saw the Gamescom 2022 presentation, and let me know. And peace out.